morning.
Good morning, Julia. Week number 25.
How are you today?
I'm doing good. I've got a little bit of a different background behind me because we're in the midst of packing,
Okay.
moving from 325 to 319 4th Street West. If anybody is looking for us in the next little while, we'll be moving tomorrow.
All
So
right.
that's lots of excitement going through
I
stuff.
I did I did some moving myself. Yesterday I moved a friend of my son's who needed like a couple of trucks to move. They were moving very close to where they were at as well. So
As
uh
close as we are.
not as close as you are, but two streets, like two corners down. So it was a nice little move. Easy. Well, I didn't lift anything. I just drove the truck. I drove the getaway car.
There you go. That's very easy. We're actually going to be walking between the
Yeah,
two houses, so it's going to be interesting. I'm
right.
sure neighbors are going to wonder what's going on, but then that won't be the first time that we
Yeah,
move like that. We already did that move, what, about a year and a half ago. So now we're moving
doing it again. Doing it
back
all
into
over
our
again.
other house. So yeah, doing it again, but positive way of thinking. It enables me to purge
There you
and get
go.
rid of.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. I was actually driving out and about yesterday. We ended up taking a drive to Brockville to see the tunnels. I took
Oh, you
my
did?
kids to do that. But as we're driving around, right after I finished moving the fella, um, so we were driving and I saw some open houses. Like they're starting, like they've started the open houses again, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's been very long since they've started that. I guess it would be a little while, but I had no idea that they were doing that still. But they have the whole COVID protocol. You got to sign
Oh,
in
yeah.
when you go in, and it's only a certain amount of people at a time. And so we walked through one house because we're kind of not looking at maybe renting this house out and
Mm-hmm.
moving somewhere else. But anyways, yeah, it is what it is. Anyway,
We have to keep life exciting. I mean,
exactly,
for all you
exactly.
guys, maybe you don't know how Sheldon and I have pivoted, but during the pandemic, we bought 7 acres of property between Martintown and St. Raphael's. So at this point, we're clearing bush, looking at building a country cottage, moving from this house back to our old house.
Good morning.
So, morning, Gail. So yeah, we got to keep life exciting, right, Julia?
Yeah, we do. And it's just it leads me to the next issue of the Seeker, right? So because
Mm-hmm.
we were kind of we're kind of wondering what kind of things to do these days because some of the topics that we had initially set for our year are kind of like irrelevant in the pandemic, in the
Well,
COVID era. So we were
yeah.
looking for something different to do. And since my lease is moving to the country, we thought we'd do a Gone Country edition of the Seeker, where we're going to be focusing on the outskirts of Cornwall.
Kind of like a staycation, what's going on the outskirts, because there is a lot. A
Yeah,
lot of fun places to go check out, just like you went St. Raphael's Ruins, and there's a lot of fun stuff to do.
yeah. There's a lot of little hidden gems in
Yep.
the country that we're just gonna try to bring a focus to. So watch for the that'll be the October issue. Our September issue is going to be in this week. Again, if you want your copy, right now we are not doing drops in the stores. We're focusing on subscriptions only. You can buy one copy at a time. You don't have to buy for the whole year. You can just buy one copy at a time, and that's available on our website at theseeker.ca.
Yep. And also, if you do have anything that you would like to put into our flip issue, Going Country, please give us a quick email as well to info@theseeker.ca or a call to 613-935-3763. We'd love to know if you have a hidden gem that you want people to know about. Or
Yeah,
if you wanna put an ad in or write us a little column or something,
Yeah, there are
Call us.
opportunities. Like we're helping people with the pandemic right now. We're trying to help business in so many different ways, and one of the ways is that we're doing a focus on these businesses. We do a segment called the 5 questions with, and it's completely free for your business. So if you want the link to go in and fill out the information, we can absolutely feature your business in one of those segments and bring some business to you, hopefully.
Yep. So the other way that we've started to help local businesses by doing a community draw. Right, Julia? That was so exciting. We did our first actual draw on Saturday and we had a winner. So congratulations, Colette Bizanet. She won $350 to Farm Boy.
She did.
So again, it's our way of helping local businesses get back on track.
So on that note, I have to give credit where credit is due. So this is not an idea that I've come up with or you've come up with.
No.
It's so I'm a member of this group called the Barbecue Smoker Boys. And Rick Dore, great guy. He started doing some of these draws, but he was drawing like a smoker, or he was drawing he did $1,000 at the Finch Market. So he was doing these draws, and I thought, you know what? This is awesome. Like, he was not necessarily doing it to, he was doing it for his community, his barbecue smoker community. But I thought, wow, what a great idea, and what a good way to try to support the small local businesses, right?
Yeah.
So we did the $350 from Farm Boy was our first draw. I was hoping for 500, but it went to 350. Hopefully the next one will be bigger. But yeah, it's a good way to give you an opportunity to win a good big prize, and you have a good chance of winning it because we limit it to a certain amount of people that can enter. The Farm Boy was a limit of 50 entries, and it helps a small business. So actually, this week it's going to help 5.
Yeah, because actually what we're doing too is asking you guys who you would like to support. Like, we're giving you the choice of where you would like to get the gift certificate. So
right,
again, it's supporting local business, but it is kind of working with everybody too to get their ideas and opinions.
So we were thinking of doing for this week a downtown restaurant dinner package, which would include 5 restaurants, $100 at each. So it would be Edwards Bistro, El Tambao, Schnitzels, Truffles, and
Spicy Pearl.
So if you're interested in getting into this draw, it costs you $10. That's it. And then you have a chance out of hopefully 50 would go in this week. But that gives you one chance out of 50 to win this prize. So they're good odds. They're good odds.
Well, actually, it's not just one chance. You can have 2 chances because you can buy 2 tickets maximum.
Yep. So watch for the information this afternoon. I'll be posting about that, and you'll be able to get in all week, and the draw will be this Saturday.
Saturday's always the draw finishes at noon.
Yeah.
This ticket can't even talk. Ticket sale finish at noon. Draw is at 3. Okay, got it.
All right. So, Tony Lewis.
Congratulations. You did well. 10 rounds. Oh my goodness.
Did you watch it? I watched it.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah. He held his own. He made Cornwall proud. I mean, he lasted the whole 10 rounds, and he was it was 99-90, so it's not a big but anyway, I mean, he made Canadians proud, he made Cornwall proud, and
he made the Secret Chicks proud.
There you go. Yeah.
Actually, yesterday, and I don't, it's awful because I put it back in the box, but I came across one of our covers where we had Tony on many, many, many years ago.
Many months ago. That was like in 2011 when he had his belt there.
Yep, I think we wrapped the belt around all of us actually.
Yeah, yeah. So that was exciting. But again, like a whole different way of doing things. Like
Mhm,
the when they had the weigh-ins, everybody was masked. I hear that they
mhm.
were tested all the time, every day. Some of them, I don't know if they were doing it for all of them, but I know that they were tested every day before the fights. Like they were
Yep.
there for a few days, quite a few days before
Mhm.
the fight. But yeah, so
Yep.
different
Congratulations.
ways of doing things. Yeah, congratulations, Tony. What else?
Now, on Friday, I actually got to do my out and about at the Cornwall Art Walk. Super happy because the last one I missed it because we were out on our property. But this one, I sent Sheldon out to work and I stayed back so I could go. What a wonderful event. It
It
was
was,
it was
eh?
really, yeah, it was busy. There was a lot of artists that I knew, but a lot of new faces too, and a lot of young new faces, which was nice. And they had it stretched from Pitt and Third all the way down to Cornwall Square. So it was a good walk, and it was 4 hours, and it was hard to catch everybody in that 4 hours. You needed more time than that, but it was really really nice. Weather was beautiful, and if you go to the Sika.ca, there is an article out and about with Sika Chick Miley's, and I did apologize at the beginning. There would be lots and lots of pictures, and there
Well,
is.
no apologies needed there. Like a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Oh, exactly. I tried. I hope I got everybody, but
Yeah, I saw you got Mrs. Mayor with
I
a sticker
did.
on her end.
I did. Well, how could I not? That was the cutest cover we did of her last in our August issue. That was cute.
Yes, it was. I'm really happy that that Cornwall is doing more. Like I was walking in Brockville yesterday, Miley's, and it's just amazing. Like a city that's half the size of Cornwall looks so much more happening. Like there's so many people walking, and the
Yeah.
tunnel was full. Like I mean there was so many people going through the tunnel, and that waterfront, man, like it'd be so great if we could bank on our waterfront the way they are over there.
Well, we were a few weeks ago. We went with my sister and her husband, and we went for a ride through Brockville's downtown, and I'm like, I love that place. It's so
It's
oldie worldy and so busy.
it is busy. It is so busy. It was Sunday yesterday, and usually Sundays are not like a very happening day. I
Mhm.
mean, I think now that the restaurants are open on Sunday in Cornwall, well, Truffles was always open, but usually you'd walk on a Sunday afternoon in downtown Cornwall, and it's just dead, you know. Um, I think now it's a little more because of Schnitzel's is open. I believe the terrace is open because I passed by and I thought I saw some people there. But I mean, yesterday was just like it was a beautiful day,
Mhm.
and and like people are walking. People are actually
Yeah.
utilizing their waterfront. They're actually bringing their lawn chair and sitting in that park right in front of the water and having a picnic. And you know, it's
Well,
nice to see.
well, like I told you, COVID is a reset button for humanity. Because I
Hmm.
like people are doing more of the stuff that they're supposed to be doing instead of rushing from point A to point B, and they're actually stopping to smell the flowers. So,
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
yeah, where I live right here too, like we see a lot of. I mean, we always saw people walking, but now we see a lot more people walking and families
yeah,
walking,
yeah,
which is really nice, and younger people walking. It's really nice.
yeah, yeah. It was a nice day, but yeah, and with the pop-up stores that they've just started, like I mean, it bringing people. It
Hmm.
was really busy on Friday. Like I
Yeah.
drove by, I didn't walk by because my dizziness was too. I didn't accompany you. I was too dizzy, but it was happening. Like I drove by because I
Yeah.
had to drop something off to a client, and phew, there was a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
there certainly was, and yeah,
yeah,
the pop-up stores are really they're bringing a lot more people downtown too,
it
so
is.
it's really
So,
nice.
yeah, yeah.
Busy, busy, busy.
Busy, busy, busy. Like speaking of young people, I would like to talk about something that's starting tomorrow. Tomorrow is September, and September marks the Childhood Cancer Awareness Month.
Okay.
So, for the whole month of September, you are encouraged to paint Cornwall gold. So, you can actually just hang something in your windows. You can paint your window gold if you want. You can, um, I know the junior optimists, they're usually going around town and putting like big gold bows everywhere
Oh
on
yeah.
posts, and I think they're still doing that this year. I'm just going to show you this Paint Cornwall Gold page, and you can go on Facebook and do Paint Cornwall Gold. They're actually holding an event because this year, because of COVID, things are a little different. They're holding a no dinner fundraiser.
Mm-hmm.
So, as the name says, it's no dinner. You're having dinner on your own in your house. But you can purchase the tickets. It's a fundraiser. It's for a good cause. Like, um, childhood cancer is actually the disease that kills. Um, it's the number one killer of
Mm-hmm.
children in Canada. Um, 15 to 20% of the children who get cancer will not survive. Now, it's a good news. Like, I mean, it's still 80% of them are actually surviving,
Mm-hmm.
which is good. But then you have the sad stories where, if you remember Lily, we had held a fundraiser for her,
Yep.
and she had a really aggressive kind of cancer, and rare. And within, I think it was 2 years, she passed away, and
Yep.
she was a cutest little girl. Um, so it's really sad. They're sad stories, and
Yeah.
so
Well.
your money is really, really needed to improve the research and help
Mm-hmm.
um, make raise awareness on this goddamn disease.
Yeah. Well, that's where, like, say the white knucklers too. They're really, really good at supporting sick children, local sick children. A lot of them with cancer. And right now, there's little Jersey. She's got a Wilms tumor. She actually got to ring the bell in
Oh,
July.
nice.
Remember? And they did the big fundraiser this year for Jersey, but they support local children, and a lot of them they do have cancer. So
Yeah, they do fundraisers all the time, so it's a good organization to support.
it is.
Um, but anyways, this no dinner, the funds that are raised through this fundraiser will go to CCOF, CHIO, Ronald McDonald's house in
Mm-hmm.
Ottawa,
Yep.
and the Candle Lighters. So those are the organizations that this particular fundraiser will support. And I want to say we have a good story here in Cornwall from a child who's had um, childhood cancer, who's pretty much a adult almost now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Alex Tourangeau is a boy that had cancer. I'm not even sure of his story, what kind or whatever, but we will have an interview with Alex in the Seeker in the next few weeks. So watch the website and you can read his entire story. He will. But him and his mom are very, very big advocates, and they spearhead all this stuff. So Alex is a member of the Junior Optimists as well, and they spearhead the Paint Cornwall Gold initiative. So
Wonderful.
yeah, it'll be an interesting interview to hear it
Yeah.
from the mouth of a survivor.
Yes, exactly. And a young survivor too, because
Yeah,
he's how old is
exactly.
he?
I believe he's 15 or
Yeah.
16. I'm not sure. Yeah,
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 he's quite young.
yeah. So
I'm
that'll be
excited. I'm excited to see that one too.
yeah, it'll be a good interview.
It
We
will.
have a few more writers now.
Yes, we do.
Seeker.
I am so excited to have Betty Healy back.
Yes.
Betty was with us many, many years ago, and then she took a break. Life took different turns and she got busy, and then she's back. In our September issue will be her first column back, called Road Signs. And
Yeah.
I love the way she writes, because that's exactly how I believe. There's always signs in the road. We may not see them right now, but there's always signs guiding us to where we need to be.
Absolutely, and you
And
gotta pay attention, and Betty's column is about, making you aware of
yes,
those signs and
and
how to
then
spot them.
exactly. And our other writer, I am so excited too. We've got Ian Bowering, so he's writing for us. So
So Ian is, covering, different stuff with a historical twist. There
mhm,
was one column on the website that, was published about, peanut peanut line.
mhm.
So I had no I didn't even have any idea that that line existed. So it's so go read it all on the seeker.ca. You'll see it's a very little interesting piece of history, and in October there'll be some more as well.
Yeah, he's going to be searching out all kinds of gems for us. So I'm
Yep,
excited because I love history. I love history. So
yep. And we're gonna have two new ladies who are gonna start writing for us, but we'll leave that for next week.
okay.
All right. So, Garlic Fest.
Yes, Garlic Fest has a new date. I know we did a big story with Brenda Norman, the organizer, and due to some circumstances, things had to change. But like she said, the show will go on, because that's just how Brenda is. When she puts her mind to something, she does it. So the Garlic Festival is now called Eastern Ontario Garlic Market, and it's going to be on September 27th at Lamro Park. So they do have a Facebook page called Eastern Ontario Garlic Markets. Go check out the details, and then you can keep up on what's happening, because that's in a few weeks, but it is coming up fast. So I wanted to make sure everybody knew that that was the new date.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, so September 27th.
yeah.
You can get all the details on our calendar on the seeker.ca.
Mhm.
There's a calendar there. You just click on events, and it'll give you all the events that are happening in a near future. There is more and more. Like, we're getting more and more events posted on there. If you have an events upcoming, please go and post your events. It's free.
Mhm.
Just go to, again, the seeker.ca, click on events in the menu, and just post it. Like, it's free advertising, and our website gets a good viewership. So we get about
Yeah.
15 between 1,500 and 2,000 viewers daily. So that's a good reach.
I'm just going to apologize. I have to cough. I've been trying to hold it off. Just one sec.
Coronavirus.
No, no acid reflux, unfortunately. But if I start when I start talking,
Unfortunately, no, it's not unfortunate.
oh
Fortunately, it's just
yeah, fortunately, yeah, that's what it is. I've had that for years, but as soon as I start talking, it happens, and I just excuse me again. There, now I'll be okay for a little bit. I was trying to hold it off. It's either that I would start choking. So I had to
the
apologize,
beauty of
because no,
live TV, eh?
Julie and I don't go anywhere, so we're pretty safe. And when we do wear our N95s if we're out in a
Yeah.
lot of public with a lot of people. So and always have a cloth mask on.
Yeah. 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 I was at
But
Food Basic on Saturday, and again, I gotta turn a blind eye and stop driving myself nuts over these things, because like the lady in front of me was with her son, and they have their mask like under their mouths right here.
yeah,
So I'm like, well, why do you even bother?
yeah, I've
It's like,
seen a lot of them
just
lately.
don't
There,
wear it. Just put it in your purse. It's just, why? Anyways, most
yeah,
people are very good though. But people are getting really antsy, and a lot of people don't believe in this BS anymore, and they just like they had a big rally in Ottawa, I believe.
Yeah, on Saturday there was a huge rally, so
Yeah, Germany too had a huge get together of like they don't want to be masked anymore, and just I gotta say though, like I'm I would like to see like strong evidence and strong studies, conclusive studies that say that it does help or it does not help, because our numbers are back up in
I see
Ontario.
that.
We've been at over 100, but there's a lot of factors. Like, we've masked, yes, and the numbers went down initially, but now they're back up. So do masks really work or do they not work? You know, but then you got to think, okay, well, we went to stage 3, and
Hmm.
so that's happening, and so maybe that's the reason why. It'll be interesting to see when schools reopen what happens.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
Well,
that
in
is.
Quebec, they just 2 days after school started, they had to send the whole grade 7, I think it was, home.
Yeah.
20 teachers isolating, and who
Yeah.
knows?
Uh,
It'll be interesting to see what happens with all that.
I then that on Friday when I was at the art walk, there's quite a few artists who are teachers, and we were having some interesting conversations because usually a teacher has all summer or a good part of the summer to prepare for their courses. Well, I mean, most of them found out like 2 days ago what they're actually teaching, and school is starting in a few weeks. I believe, though, that they're not starting on the right on the 4th. I
No,
think
I
they
think it's the
postponed
14th
it or
now.
something.
Postponed. Yeah, it's been
But again,
postponed.
but
But
again,
oh,
it's
go ahead.
it's so up and down there. Nobody really even knows. Like, I know one of them was telling me he's taught for like 18 years, and he feels like he's going back for the first time because there's so many new things they've got to learn, all the protocols, they've got to do all kinds of courses. My sister said she's been in training for 2 weeks right now
Oh, wow.
to go back, to for September because there's so many unknowns. But
And there's so many unknowns about um the remote learning as well. Like,
yep.
there was something published in the Seaway News, I believe it was. We received the press release too. I didn't publish it, but they were the person was talking about remote learning and how they're so not prepared for it. Like, it's a big mess. It was supposed to have a dedicated staff only for remote learning,
Hmm.
and now apparently it's going to be in class, like with the teachers that they would
Hmm.
normally have in their class, which makes sense in some way. But um, you know, 5 hours on a computer looking at a teacher, that'd be boring for the kid, because it's not like you're interacting. You're just, looking at a live stream. So I don't know,
I don't.
we'll see
I
how it works.
I think in a way, if I was a student, I would prefer that because if I was doing it by myself, you need to motivate yourself unless you've got to. But if you've got a dedicated time that you've got to be attending to school, I think it would be easier for some kids.
Yeah, but at the same time, you got to think, okay, well, the teacher gives the instructions, and
Hmm.
then the kids do the work, but then you gotta you're there and you're doing the work while everybody else is in class, and it's just not. I don't know. And then there's recess and lunch, and I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, I'm debating right now because we have two options. We can do either that, or we can do asynchronous learning, where they make their own schedule kind of thing, and then they have access to a teacher by email. So I'm not sure. Like, this is more the asynchronous was more like what we had at the end of this year.
Hmm.
That's more like what my kids were doing. They would get their work by email, and then they would do the work on their own time, and then they would return it to the teacher for grading. So I'm not sure what I'm going to opt. Maybe I'll start with the synchronous learning and see how that goes. But the other thing is that I'm going to have 3 kids that's going to be on video. Like, that's resources.
Hmm.
It'll take a lot of bandwidth for the internet. Like,
Yeah.
and I work too, so I need access to the internet that that's decent anyway. But
Yeah, you're
anyway,
right.
we'll see where it goes. It's just a whole bunch of
But
unknowns.
you also found out because you were going to see how the first semester went, and then maybe the second semester you were going to enroll them actually in school if things felt safe, and then you were
Yeah,
telling me that you don't. That's not an option anymore because
no,
if
I
you
think
do
that's off
one,
the table now.
it is because you've got to. If you choose one, you've got to stick with it all the year. You can't
I'm not
change.
sure about all the year, but
Okay.
well, maybe for the lower grades for the high school, it might be an option to do the second semester. I'm
Hmm.
not sure yet, but I know that they had some dates like you would have been able to revise in October and then revise again in
Okay.
November and then revise again in January, I think it was.
Okay.
But now that's kind of gone.
Yeah, there's a. It is gonna be an interesting time going back to school because so much is changing day to day. I think actually, from what I was
Yeah,
understanding, and it's scary.
yeah.
Oh,
So Gail
Gail
is
says,
sending her kids to school. Yeah, my kids miss their friends too. It's they really miss them, but you know what? I think they have their whole life ahead of them. They can hack it for another 6 months, just to see where it's going. I'm just, I'm worried about the second wave myself. That's just like,
mhm,
so I'm worried about a second wave and how that's gonna look. Um, and I'm worried that we don't know enough about this disease. Like, I was reading some articles last week about how the heart specialists in Ottawa are actually now saying that there is so much damage done to the heart
mhm.
of patients who've had COVID that you know, they didn't know at first, but the more and more and more we go along, more the studies are showing that even in young people, there's extensive damage to the heart.
Wow.
So in some in a lot of cases, like
Yeah.
a good portion of the cases, I think there was a study in Germany, and it was 70% of the cases that showed damage to their hearts.
Oh
And
my
so
goodness.
I don't want to risk that right now for especially like one of my kids had a heart murmur
Hmm.
already. So it's not something that I'm willing to risk. I'm adopting a wait and see kind of thing.
Well, you got to go with your gut instinct. That's what I always say.
Yeah, yeah. And I might be overdoing it. I might be paranoid, but at least I'm not going to be sorry.
Exactly. Don't worry. When I was my kids were little, I was called paranoid a lot too. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
all part of the way we are. You just
yeah,
like say the main thing is you go with your gut instinct. If you
yeah.
feel it's okay, then you do it, and if you don't, well, then you go by that.
Exactly. To
So
each his own, right? And then there's some people that don't have a choice. Like
exactly.
the guy that I was moving yesterday was telling me, I work. I don't. He's a single parent. Like
Yeah.
there's no choice. He has to. You
Yeah.
know. So I understand that as well. It's well,
It's
we'll see
it.
where it goes.
I'm like say everything. Everything happens the way it's meant to.
Yep. 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 Speaking of coronavirus, so the CERB benefit has been extended one more month.
I believe so. So that's good news.
Yeah.
And I think after that, for anybody who's self-employed, you can apply for another stage or something. There's something that else that there is available. So you have
Un-
to kind of look into the
unemployment, I
info.
think, eh?
Yeah, for self-employed people, something like that. We have to look into that too. But
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that will benefit from that.
Well, I don't know about you, but I know my business is slowly starting to take over, like um to move again. Like it's been very very quiet for months,
Yeah.
and finally September, like August was a little busier, and not enough to not need the CERB, but busier, and then September is looking good. So
Yeah,
this.
unfortunately, with my graphics, I do a lot of posters and tickets and things for
For event.
events and wedding invitations. And unfortunately, that's not looking too good right now on any of the sides because again, there's not much
Well, I
happening
mean,
there.
they're allowing for more than 100. Sorry, they're allowing for no more than 100 to gather outside. So I
Hmm.
mean, they can start doing concerts, and I've seen concerts happening. Like I know that a friend of mine in Ottawa, they're starting to have like these bands that are going to be performing outdoors. Uh,
Hmm.
they're limiting it to 100 tickets,
Hmm.
and so
Yeah, it is going to slowly happen. But then what's going to happen when the cold weather starts in the winter?
yeah. But
There
I mean,
won't be.
it's 50 indoors, so and
Yep.
they're probably gonna increase it because when you think about it, like if the schools are open, like why are we restricting everything
Yep.
else, right?
Yeah. We
I
got
mean,
to
it
think positive. Think
just doesn't
positive.
make sense. Like, yeah.
Yeah, we got to start thinking. Well, I mean, it will eventually change, but right now, like I say, we've got so much going on with our property and this and that too. I'm not really, really
Yeah,
thinking about the other stuff.
you got tree trunks to take out,
Yeah,
right?
we got right
The-
now. Sheldon's got about I'd say about 150 tree trunks to take out this week, so we can
Wow.
start putting in the septic system. So yeah, lots to do. Now, but in between all this, I still do go to my favorite store. Well, I mean, I have a few favorite stores. Like I like to support secondhand stores because again, they're all for good causes. So I did go and have a few visits at Salvation Army, and I did pick up a few show and tell items that I
Okay,
forgot.
so we call this segment the treasure seeker.
Yeah, and the show and tell items, which I forgot to show and tell a few weeks ago, but I am going to show and tell them right now. So I picked up this nifty little. It's. I'm having
Is
a
it
break.
straw?
It's a little straw. Yeah, it's made out of straw. It's a little purse. Look at it. It even has little feet on it. It's just a cute little purse. Because
Wow.
I have this issue with purses and watches. And I also don't usually buy shoes. I you never to put a shoes on a table, by the way. I don't know if you know that. It's very bad luck. So I had them on the floor. Now here's a neat little pair of sandals that I picked up.
Nice. That goes well with that purse.
It does, and they're really cute. But I'm not usually one to pick up shoes secondhand. But these are brand new. They're not even worn. There's not even any marks on them, and a whole $5, and they're leather. They're
Wow.
actually very comfortable. I love those. And I am going to show you something that I picked up. You may not want to see this, but I know Gabe from your TV is going to love it. My Christmas teacup. How cute is that? And it even comes with a little tray.
I don't want to hear about
It has
Christmas.
a sugar and milk container. Look at
I
that.
gotta
Isn't
admit,
that
it's
cute?
cute though.
It is cute because I
My
love
niece is such
Christmas.
a big Christmas buff. Like, I mean, she's got the whole dishes. Like, when I have my Christmas dinner, I take my good dishes, which are all white, and then we have dinner on the good dishes. But my niece, she's got a whole different dish set for Christmas, like with the little poinsettia and everything.
And the holly, and I'm sorry, I just have to have that. Plus, I just took out my fall ones. My fall, I've got all the fall leaves around my dishes now. I put
Okay.
my spring flower ones away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's funny. But no, Christmas is far away. I don't want to talk about Christmas just yet. And you have already started listening to Christmas music, haven't you?
No, I haven't actually. I was going to, but I thought no, it's a little too early. I would if I could, but oh my god, I'm member of so many groups on Facebook, and I'm getting so many beautiful winter scenes and Christmas pictures. And when I share, of course, I get a lot of people telling me to
Shut
shut
up,
up. It's
me
too
included.
early. Yeah, I
I
think
mean,
we
yeah,
live
like
in London.
enjoy the sun. Enjoy the beautiful sun that we have right now. You
I
know?
do. But you know what? I love this weather because it's not too hot. It's just sunny. It's just beautiful.
Do you want to know my find of the week?
Of course I do.
It was not well, I have two. Okay.
Hmm.
So I got this beautiful ring from
Oh,
can you see it?
it's a little
It's
blurry.
a little blurry, eh? Anyways,
But
it's a beautiful ring from my friend
yeah.
Monique Archambault at
Oh yes.
Takara.
Yes.
So I bought that. It's beautiful. Monique has online Facebook parties all the time. So if you like Tokara, just seek her out, Monique Archambault,
Hmm.
and just join her group. And it's VIP with Monique Archambault, I think. Tokara VIP with Monique Archambault. And she always has those draws and all sorts of good stuff. So that's great. And it's a good way
Nice.
to support somebody local again. The
It is.
other find was not local, but I gotta show this because it's my new tool. So I got one of these.
What is that?
That is a no touch.
Oh jeez.
I am good. I don't have a fever. So
Okay.
I'm gonna scan you, my lease. Oh, you're 100.
I'm 100.
You gotta be tested for coronavirus. No, anyways, it's just super cool because
Oh.
I don't even have to touch the kids. I can just go like this and boop. It tells me if I have a client coming over, I can just scan them right quick. Apparently, John was telling me they scanning them when they go into work every day.
Well, that's good to
They're
know.
doing that, yeah. So that's good to know. It's kind of reassuring because social distancing is not always uh, possible in those places.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Oh, that's good to know.
yeah. The cases have gone up a bit in the area in the last week or so, but hopefully that goes down again very soon.
Well, like you say, things were opening up. Gyms opened up a while ago and stuff like that. And apparently, when you're working out, you don't need to wear a mask. You do
No.
when you're walking around. But I mean, I'm still not sure how that works. But I'm sure if you're working out with a mask on, it would be a little bit awkward. But
Yeah, but I think the machines are spread out more than 6 feet away, so that's
yeah,
why
you're right.
really have to wear it when you're working out, but you got to sanitize your machines and everything. But
Yeah,
anyway, we'll see where that goes.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's all a learning curve because it's just new to everybody. So
yeah,
no,
absolutely.
it's I think Ontario is really working hard at making everybody safe.
They are. So that's great. So did you see my picture? Did you see the picture I posted yesterday?
I didn't because you know what? Yesterday from morning to night I was packing. I did not even set up my computer yesterday
Okay.
because packing yesterday, packing today, and we're moving tomorrow. So
Yeah. So you had no time to
I had no
do
time
any
to
of
even turn my computer on yesterday.
that. Uh-huh.
Show me.
Okay, hold on. I gotta get it. It's my computer is being stupid, or maybe it's Facebook being stupid.
I find how do you like the new Facebook? Have you I
Oh,
mean,
I would be curious to hear what people have to say about that. So, people, how do you like the new Facebook? Because it's phasing out, right? They're taking it away. They're
yeah,
taking the old one away. I got the notification yesterday.
I
I've been
did.
using it quite a bit for a month or so, the new one. So, I mean, I'm already used to it, but a lot of people are not happy with this old format leaving, and this new format is, well, it's still buggy. Like there's so many bugs. Like
Mhm.
oftentimes I'll click on something and it'll tell me that there's no availability. So,
And you've also got the two. You've got a light setting and a dark setting. Which one are you?
Light setting.
You like the light one? I tried the dark at one point, but I find it's a little harder to get used to.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to show you this picture. I'm not sure if I can make it big. Okay, I'm trying to view the image, but yeah, it won't let me.
Hmm.
Okay, so anyways, I'm just going to show it to you right here. Let's go. Okay, so this van here,
Mm-hmm.
this was a van that was parked on the street in Brockville,
Okay.
and it says free candy.
Okay.
My kids were like, "What the heck is that?" Like it's can you advertise a little more that you're trying to lure kids? I mean,
That,
what's up with that? That's kind of crazy, no?
yeah, that's really scary. Actually, I'm surprised that's allowed to be on the street.
Well, and it was on the main street there, like right on Highway 2, parked in front of a house. I'm like, that's got to be a joke, right? But it's a sick joke if it's a joke.
I don't even know what to say about that one. That's awful.
Yeah, and that in the era of this big movement that we're going to be having an interview with the organizers very soon too on September. I think it's September 19th. There is a walk in Cornwall,
Mm-hmm.
Save Our Children.
Yeah.
And Save Our Children is actually a movement that is trying to raise awareness about kidnappings and sex trafficking
Yeah.
and uh there's so much going on, like we don't even realize how many. But it was really interesting yesterday. I saw a post of this woman. She posted a picture of her daughter, cute little daughter, like blonde hair, long blonde hair, blue eyes, super pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And then she showed how in 3 minutes flat she changed the look of their daughter completely. She tied up her hair, put it under a ball cap, stuck a mask on her. Within 3 minutes, you would not have recognized that kid, which shows how quickly these things can happen. If somebody gets a hand on your kid,
Yeah.
within 3 minutes, they can make him or her completely unrecognizable and get away with kidnapping them. You know,
Yeah.
it's scary.
Really.
It's really scary. So yeah, so that walk is happening in Cornwall in September, and
September.
yeah,
September 19th, right?
I'm pretty sure it's the 19th. I'm
It
not
is.
100% sure, but
It is. That is my
your
birthday.
birthday, yes, I know. So so yeah, so the walk is gonna happen then, and we're
Mhm.
gonna have an interview with the organizers on the Seeker page before then, just to explain what it is about and what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but apparently it's a um, much bigger problem than we realize. It's something the media has not been very um, all over it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, that's pretty much it for this week.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else we should talk about, but I think that is about it.
Yep. I don't. I have a blank now. Uh, just yeah. Stay on our webpage on theseeker.ca. We post new things every day. You can keep abreast with everything happening in the area. Check
Make
out the events with Mylise, out and about with Seeker Chief Mylise.
Yeah, I will be doing some more of those once I get through tomorrow's move.
Yes.
I'll be back on track.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, it's kind of exciting. So we're moving back to our old house.
But it'll be a lot more exciting when you move into the country.
Yeah, that's things are falling into place. There's a lot of permits. There'll be all kinds of stuff going on. We're almost finished clearing everything for that. So I'm hoping by Christmas, but you know what? I don't want to hold my breath and get disappointed.
Oh, wouldn't that
So
be cool? You could be using your cool little teapot for the first time in your cool little new house.
I could, and we could have cool Julia over for a cool cup of tea.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, we'll see how things go. Because when you're building a house, there's hiccups, there's permits, there's inspections, there's
And
all kinds of stuff. Yes, you can set a date, but that can change. So kind of go with the flow, see what happens.
yeah. That's awesome. Hi. Well, it's that's it for this week, people. So I hope you have a great week. Again, reminder to let us know what you want to see for the draws for maybe not
Yeah.
this week, but the week after for the community draw. Also, just check out the stuff on theseeker.ca events. If you have an event, just go and post it on there. It's free. If you have a business and you want to be featured, just fill out the application for the 5 questions with, or text me or Mylise on Facebook. We're always available. Info at theseeker.ca as well. And 613-935-3763 is our phone number.
You are so good at that. You got it down pat.
So have yourself a great week.
Have yourself a super duper day.